In a world of mystery and magic, danger lurks behind every turn and terrible threats lurk in the shadows, unseen by everyone. In the Savras Archipelago, the Windjammer, Maeve Lamborn, needs to land a new patron in the worst way. Low on supplies and desperately needing the armaments to survive the Descensian threat, she's willing to take any job. A mysterious stranger offers her a simple task for a huge payout: retrieve a stolen relic. She jumps at what sounds like easy money to refit and restock her ship. Then she discovers the easier the job, the more it might get them all killed. Check out the Shadow Phoenix Saga on ProjectShadow.com. New episodes every Tuesday.
So we have a book out. Hopefully people are enjoying it, and people are also dealing well with the new video that came out, the new episode of Project Shadow itself, which so far on YouTube has a 50-50 like to dislike rate, which is honestly better than I thought it would have, since everyone else liked the thing that we didn't. And by we, I mean me and my husband.
Me!
Because I do know for a fact that most of the internet did actually like the thing. Anyway, we are also joined by Carrie.
Hi.
Tom.
Hello.
And Megan.
Hello.
And no one is sharing a game stream.
Oh.
Shame.
Shame.
Ooh.
Shame on all of you. So I guess even though this is a game stream, not a writing stream, this is a point to remember that we need to not be feeding the gremlins. The internet has been weird here today, and the fact that the gremlin stole Brian's brain and he forgot to share his game stream.
Yeah, it's now being shared.
It's now on stream.
Woohoo!
And we're fighting over the banner.
I will just go into the game then. So, I have to say, I have oddly been enjoying the violence. What I did to the YouTube channel this weekend when I took a bunch of episodes of this stream and threw them up on the channel because I decided I wanted to have them archived. I wanted to still have them because there were happy memories and such in them. And it was kind of funny because a bunch of folk who had followed the channel kind of decided, wait, what now? And maybe no. Which, okay.
Well,
fine.
on them, they're missing out.
Like, what? How dare you share gaming stuff? Ooh.
Oh, honestly, though, like
one dead neck.
It's the one thing that kind of annoys me the most about this, because, like, if you like the weird productivity streams that I do, especially for the people that claim that they like those for the weird talky-talk chatty chat bits.
This is
all
all
this
talky-talk chatty chat.
Yeah, this is
It's just for playing video games.
It's just there's something kind of animated to look at while we talk. So it's not just our faces that you see.
Which, honestly, I was thinking about that.
Who needs our faces?
Body face.
I don't know. This is just probably just my neurodivergence talking, but I was thinking about that the other day when I was putting up a new episode of the podcast up on the YouTube channel. And I was like, maybe I should be doing video recordings of this and like showing my face and blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, really, if you're tuning in for a podcast, how much are you really paying attention to the person's face? Like, it just, I don't know. I feel like there's very little difference from a locked camera directly on my face.
Podcasts are like traditionally just audio, unless you decide to share the video on YouTube or whatever. And if you're like me and you listen to podcasts in the car, it's safer not to be distracted by a video.
It's true.
Very true.
And I feel like I really need to say, just for the record, R.I.P. Anchor, we shall miss thee. As somebody who was with you through many of your variant iterations, it makes me sad that you are no more.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not aware, the merger process with Spotify is now complete. Anchor is now Spotify for podcasters.
Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah, that they officially did it this week. It's really messed up for me to find a human to talk to because now I have two very distinct and different Spotify for podcasters accounts because I have the one that actually has the podcast on it and the one that claimed the podcast because Spotify for podcasters was a thing before this and they gave no tool to merge those two things.
Oh, that was not very forward thinking of them.
Yeah, it is not very well thought out.
Forward thinking? These are all foreign words.
Yeah.
Especially the thinking part.
So I have to say, all of my podcasts have been doing better on YouTube than they do on Spotify. So
Angry hippo.
Hippo, where?
Oh, that's what I'm calling the Luxes right now. In
Don't do
fact,
that.
I'll even rename this one Angry Hippo for you, Megan.
Oh, good.
Say, don't be mean to Megan. Kind of an evil
Don't tease me like that.
So sorry.
Are you though?
Put
Are you really?
food up here, so now they'll be tempted to congregate. Oh no, and I put myself down in a bad spot. I'm stuck in a Lux.
You're out of Lux.
I'm definitely out of Lux.
I love Looping the Wisps. I don't know why. It makes me happy.
Don't make me fall. Okay. Oh no, their Luxes are angry. I jumped off real quick.
Oh, I can tell I'm
they're after a
dehydrated.
wolf
I just sucked
cub.
down a whole bunch of water.
Oh shit, that was a bad idea. Clean up an aisle 2.
What'd you do?
Broke things.
What'd you break?
Things.
What are the things?
I'm trying to wrangle the Luxes, and it's the Grey Dwarf's fault.
Is it though?
Yes.
Where are you? What have you done?
This Lux is like breaking everything. Your whole like creation is being torn down.
If I asked you not to move Luxes over here,
Where do you want them?
you didn't listen to me at all.
I don't
So
know where to put them.
over where they were on the Lux farm, if you could just get on a saddle and ride all of them away,
Where's the Lux farm at?
wherever you got them from.
Oh, I got them from a far off place. These aren't even the originals.
I know, I needed to come back.
Okay, how about this? I will.
And not do your usual thing of going, Tom, could you? No.
I'm working on it. Today, I'm planning on cleaning up and helping to make sure we got enough stuff so that we can go and properly look for quest for the place with things.
Mistlands.
Yeah, that's the place with things.
Evil Antland.
Yep.
I can't wait to see you guys traipse through it,
All of the
the Mistlands.
How much of this area? How far out did you want to go? I was going to put a little one brick high wall around the outer parts, and then put the Luxes outside that.
They'll just break the wall and come in.
It'll take a while, and I can hopefully
No,
repair the
well,
wall
the
before
walls
that.
up and they broke them down and they came in.
How far up did you want him to be?
I'm going to go find a new place to build a homestead, and I'm going to move all my animals over there.
No. You need protections from the foulings.
I will have wolves. Besides, weren't you supposed to be getting me 2-star wolves?
We're not even going to talk about 2-star wolves right now.
I believe you promised me 2-star wolves.
Watch now; they're
that's
going to be in abundance
freaking
after
uncalled
you've now that you've defeated
Um,
the
I just watched a wolf
boss man.
go into the ground and back out. I'm renaming you Hades. Come back. Come here, wolf.
Watch, 2-star wolves are going to be in abundance now that you defeated ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Just a mock.
Well, we're not going to know if Ryan
Just
doesn't
to
get ready
mock you.
Just mock me. Well, it's morning now. So, point in that. Next night, I'll go back and feed myself.
That's crazy to watch. There's a Lux and a Tar monster going at each other.
Nice. Oh, are you getting fine wood?
There's more fine wood over in wood. I found a couple of our things of it, and I got some more.
Sweet. Yeah, because we're gonna want a nice stockpile of fine wood.
Yeah, I think I got 250 in the main wood container. I think there's 90 near the wolf portals. And I think there might be some more hiding somewhere else. Like, there's a couple around.
So I start therapy tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Was scrounging up notebooks to like take notes and
Oh yeah, it's
have
always good
things
to
to
have a
like
therapy
actually.
notebook.
Yeah, just because my last therapist that I had for like all of 2 months that I didn't connect with, she actually told me that it was like pulling teeth getting information out of me.
Hmm.
And I'm
That
like,
seems
I've never done this before.
I gotta say, I haven't really connected with my therapist as much as I have with like my past therapist, but it's still been incredibly effective for me. Like,
It also
just
didn't help that some of my sessions with her, I was like juggling trying to talk to her and like doing something with Peanut.
yeah.
So the child was a major distraction.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't help.
I mean, take this as you will, Carrie, but you seem to me like the kind of person that, like, when you get in the confessional, the priest would be like, you know, if you don't say anything, I can't do nothing, right? Just.
You're not wrong.
Just say 5 Hail Marys for wasting the priest's time.
I mean, I don't really mean to like come for you, but you know.
Gotta keep it 100.
Mostly because when I go to confession, my one thought is, I don't want to be here.
Just means you don't have any good priests.
Yeah.
You definitely tell the confession was designed for people without much ADHD.
Or for parishes that have a Father Hugh.
Because you want me to remember what I did last week? What? I don't know. I don't have any, lifelong enemy new ones.
I was a saint all week long, in my opinion, at least.
The last time I went to confession was right no, it was right after Joe and I got married. It was like that Lent. And the time before that, I was in high school.
I'm about to move them over to the other side.
Because we
Okay,
went
right.
for confession when I was making my confirmation.
Do you not want that?
Hmm.
So it had been about 15 years. So that was the one thing I did confess of like, it's been a while.
I do feel like it's been so long since I've been to confession that I might actually kill a priest. Because there's a lot that have to like lay out. And
I mean, our pastor was cool because I'm like, you don't expect me to remember everything in the past 15 years and like spill it to you, right? And he's like, no.
I think it would be fun to do like a full accounting. Like start with, well, I guess the place where we have to start is when I found out that Cardinal Ratzinger told the election became Pope, I suffered from the sin of wrath.
It reminds me of The Good Place. Is that a stitch or not? I don't know. I'm just gonna knit into or crochet into it and hope it's a stitch.
So like me. So one of these days, the live studio audience is going to teach me how to crochet, and it will be very, very painful for him.
One of these days, I
But
will get those hooks in the mail for you. It's sitting right here with a sticky on it that says "Send to Charlie." What was that?
Perished something. I heard was ching. Blah!
It was a fooling that was somehow very surprised that I was ready for it.
Well, usually they jump on you, and they're also proud
It had
of
very much
themselves.
this look of, this is not fair. I was
Yeah.
told you would be an easy mark.
Yeah.
And just holding
Don't you know I have battled your Gruth?
Don't you know I'm holding this, what do you call it? This torch here to light you on fire? Why are you facing me with an axe?
it's fun lighting things on fire.
Yeah, it is.
I do rather enjoy that they have not thought to make the forests fireable yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know.
I feel like hopefully they have learned from the documentaries about RuneScape and the bunnies that there are just some things you should never set up. Just because you could model it doesn't mean you should model it.
True.
I mean, if you ever wonder why they don't do stuff in MMOs, just go look up documentaries about RuneScape, because they made all those mistakes first.
I have played RuneScape for so many years.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
have
let's.
a cute little dragon that follows me around and he reads a book.
Aw.
It is the
nice.
cutest thing. I love walking around with him because it's like, haha, look at my dragon. Most
Yeah, they thought,
suckers
hey,
don't
let's
have
make
one.
it so that the animals can hunt each other.
Need a new home? I got rid of it. It's fixed.
You put up a wall already.
It's gone. There is no wall. Wall does not exist.
I found the new homestead.
Don't find a new homestead.
I already did.
I was looking up anime for Glory because there's some new seasons out, and I saw one that I still haven't watched. I have not even looked up. I may have grabbed though because of the title alone. It's like, okay, I'm curious. You got me on the title.
I'm worried.
The
What is
Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
Wait, say that one more time.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
Okay, I didn't have a stroke, and I did hear you properly.
So I may have grabbed that anime of like, I gotta find out.
My brain went into full disbelief mode of, I'm just making up words because that can't be right.
That's not a combination of words that occur together.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I think I'm broken. Maybe
I know that
should go into the diagnostic mode.
But yeah, it just came on the last year of. Go on. I mean, it does kind of feel like that in babysitting from both sides. I mean,
I can't say my babysitting experience has been like that. I've been rather blessed though with my babysitting experience. I've had rather good kids, except for one.
Oh, it's everything from having to become a mobster enforcer to get paid from certain families if you babysit too much with them, to having to scare certain kids. Or being scared of, oh, this is the kid that's going to kill me. So it's like, I could see it. I'm curious to see what they'll do.
From my brief history as a non-denominational pastor when I was way younger, yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. Was, the kids. And it was rather mafia-like.
And I mean, they're always plotting something.
I used to babysit. Let's see, how many of them were there? There were 3 boys and a girl. And I'd babysit all of them at once. And they all were it was a very, they like to play sports and stuff like that. Like they were very active as a family. And I just, it was so hard keeping up with all of them. Luckily, they liked things like puzzles and stuff like that, so I could, sit down for a bit because, you have to entertain them pretty much while the parents are away. And if they don't watch TV, because that's not the kind of family they were, it's a lot of running around.
Mm-hmm.
Want to play catch with me? Sure, I guess. If I have to. Can't we do something sitting down? I have arthritis. I'm an old lady. They were great, though. They were so well behaved. I was very lucky.
These black plastic pants are pretty comfortable. Even though these are the big ones, the ones that used to swim on me.
Oh, yeah.
I've always put on a little middle flesh.
Sorry.
What gotten bigger? What is it? Is it my belly or my butt or both hips?
Oh, just always clear what's in your butt. That's how
you can't see my butt. Shut up. Is I'm bigger all around? What is happening? You think it's intestinal inflammation? What do you think? Kitty. There's nothing in my pockets.
Looks like your glute has increased.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, the shelf.
Mm-hmm. The baby shelf.
Yes, the shelf that toddlers stand on. Is that it, you think? that. But
Yeah.
does it look better
Yeah, that's fine.
if I back the ass up? No, let me
Please
look-
don't
let me look in
ask
here.
me these questions, Clary. Like,
Looks pretty good in your window reflection.
I think you're confusing the cat at this point.
She like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why are you backing the ass?
You say I can't play, sure. You're playing with him.
Okay, Angry Cat. What part of stay do you go
Did
to
you
now that-
update them on how my day went?
No.
I am shocked that they did not demand.
No one
Well, I
asked.
already knew, so unless there's more details. If there are more details, I would like them all.
Yeah, maybe not more details for Twitch streaming. And
Gotcha. I will patiently wait for when we are no longer
all right.
streaming.
I'm
live.
very curious now.
Well, Charlie, according to Tom, it was a proper lesbian date in that we met at a farmer's market, and I brought sweet potato soup, and she gave me eggs.
Oh, yeah, that's like
And
the
it went
individual
well.
girls
At
set
the
up.
farmer's market, she friended me on Facebook, and I friended her back so we could figure out who our mutuals are.
Yeah, I feel like all of the individual girls looked up in unison and went, something has changed. There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Like,
She has bees and chickens at home,
well, of course.
and I purchased some of her milk honey. Kitty.
How was the honey?
Anyway, I'm off to go make challah.
Holla.
Holla,
I was fighting so hard not to do that, and then both of you had to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. That is not a half double crochet, that's a single crochet. Let's try this again. Oh, it was actually a half double crochet. I just wasn't paying attention.
Fish.
La 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 la.
Tomorrow, after Sean gets off work, we're going yarn shopping.
Ooh.
Very excited. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Princess got locked in my room and she's very sad that she's not with Sean because she's obsessed with him and she's so happy that he's back.
Give me back my favorite woman. Yeah, earlier this week, Brian had to go into the restaurant on a day that he's usually home, and all of the cats at some point came up to me, meowed at me, and then stared at his chair like, "What have you done?" He's
Okay,
usually
I'm
right there, but he's not right there. What have you done, human?
It's all your fault, obviously.
Obviously. I mean, I guess technically it was kind of my fault because I am not a professional chef, so I couldn't go in and cover. So, yeah, maybe, technically. Like on the greatest of technicalities.
What?
Oh my god. I
What?
was emailing Charlie something and I forgot the thing I was supposed to attach to the email.
Don't you love it when
I
you do
hate
that?
when that happens.
Well, this must be what email is secretly for. Because this is its real purpose, to remind me what an idiot I am.
I've learned to attach it before I write the message.
That's what I do too.
Same.
Okay. I usually do, but
So on the day that my final paper was due, because I was having a really hard time writing it, I talked to some friends, realized, oh crap, I need to rewrite this whole thing from scratch, and then did.
Oh damn.
And so the nice part is I have written what I think is could probably have gotten me burned at the stake in the Middle Ages. Well, no, not probably. Definitely would have gotten me burned alive at the stake in the Middle Ages.
Well, that's not that difficult.
Story
and
about Lilith.
and the
Ooh.
file came back because it's probably too big. Mm.
Wait, you want to know what it is that you're up to over there?
I don't even know what I'm up to over here. I'm trying to clean up. And I don't even know if that's a. I don't know.
Poof.
Shafupi. Shafupi. The girl that's hard to get.
Just, I don't know.
Why are you suddenly the rock biter? Like, first of all, that's my thing. Don't steal it. Second of all,
Do you bite your thumb at me?
Okay, trying this again. It didn't immediately bounce back. So,
so I don't know what kind of weird scam is going on, but I keep getting text messages from someone who claims to be from U-Haul about
That's weird.
Yeah. You all.
I have lost my ability to jump. I lose it all the time.
Look, since we were talking about Glory's date, all I can hear in my head is, this is U-Haul. You haven't paid your annual membership dues. You are at risk of losing your gay card.
I'll hail all of the U-Haul lesbians out there. For the straight members of the audience who do not know what a U-Haul lesbian is, that is a lesbian that always has everything packed and ready to just move in right after the first date.
Like, that's the second location of the date.
Yes.
Which I find funny in that it really happens.
Oh, it do.
Like, it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
How is it? How am I? Right. What is the thing that I'm doing, and how does it do? How do? I seem to have forgotten how perpendicular works. I believe that's it. That did I do the thing? You did the thing. Yeah, that seems to have been the correct direction.
So Joe had heard that there was going to be, or there already is apparently, um, an albuterol or some such or similar type medicine shortage,
Oh,
and so we that's what Anna takes as needed when she has like a cough and stuff. So we went ahead. We checked how much she had. She only had like 4 doses left. So we went ahead and ordered some, and it's on back order. So I'm like, so maybe it was a good thing she was refusing it this past like little bit that she had the seasonal sniffles
mm,
because of our yo-yoing weather.
yeah.
Because I pulled out the nebulizer, which she calls Medicine Kitty because it's a pink kitty cat. And she's, no, no, mommy, no way. No way, Medicine Kitty.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
like,
know why, but
but
I
it'll
kind of want
help
a medicine kitty now.
you.
Just the idea of a medicine kitty makes me happy, and I want one now.
Medicine Kitty.
Cats, you all fail.
Oh, that's well.
And there's been this filter going around on TikTok that like makes you look like a teenager. And so I I got it to every time I tried it, it wouldn't it said it wasn't compatible with my phone, but I finally got it to work. And I had a moment.
Did it make you
Because
look like
aside
you
from
when you
the
were a
blonde hair,
teenager?
like I looked like I aside minus the blonde hair that I had as a teenager, it was pretty spot on.
I mean, you definitely have to develop really good vision now to tell the difference with those filters. Oh, I did like someone. Apparently, there's a She-Hulk filter that a guy tried, and it's like I look like if Larry the Cucumber Winston drag.
It's really heartwarming when I come across like trans people using those filters and they
Mm-hmm.
see what they could have looked like if they could have transitioned as a kid,
Mm.
Yeah.
and they were just like, oh. like, have the tissues on hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. You okay?
Yep. I have been having sinuses today. It's all that shifting weather
Uh huh.
and warm weather. We had cold weather,
Uh huh.
dry weather, wet weather.
But comparing the two,
Um,
really haven't like you could tell I've gotten older, obviously, but I haven't changed that much since I was a teenager. And I'm like, okay, maybe 39 won't be so bad. But I wish I could go back and tell teenage me a few things.
There's so much I want to go back and tell teenage me.
I already wrote about what I want teenage me to know in my one of my first posts says on my Substack the I wish I was a feminist in high
Maybe I'll
school
write something.
post.
Maybe I'll write something like that closer to my birthday. I've got a couple months to think about exactly what I would say. One of them being, talk to that cute boy sitting behind you in math class in 11th grade.
Yeah, I'm not going to out him because I don't know if he is out to the rest of the world. But yeah, one of my arch nemesis when I was in high school that did innumerable bad, terrible, anger and rage inducing things. I later found out was in the closet and had a crush on me. And that's why all of the terrible, evil, dastardly things were done.
in the name of love.
Which doesn't make it better.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking it would be fun to do if TikTok gets banned in this country, then it'll probably be a series of like short videos on YouTube. But I was making a list of all of my queer characters, and one of them is closeted, and she's a raging bitch. And
Yeah, we ran into each other many, many years later at a bookstore, rest in peace bookstores. And that's when he decided to come clean and said some very kind words that I really did not deserve because I did not choose to be out in high school.
Mhm.
Though apparently he did not know that. He thought it was very brave that I was out, and that would have been well, I graduated in '95, and please don't make me feel older than I need to about that. But yeah.
Well, this character is the daughter of my small town equivalent of the Orange Man. So, of course, she would be in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and it it gets mentioned in the first book, but one of the characters, Marissa, who's uh, been a um, practicing witch her whole life. When she was when they were like 7, these two girls, she accidentally on purpose cursed the mean girl to croak like a frog in music class
Sounds fair.
because she got pissed off.
Again, sounds fair.
And she's like, I thought it was hilarious. My grandmother, on the other hand, was pissed.
I mean, that's the perfect time to croak, isn't it?
Well,
Get inspiration from
about
that
any of
in
this.
Phantom of the Opera at 7 years old, and
Oh, Phantom. How I love thee. Let me count the ways.
what are you building, Charlie?
New homestead. Thing with the very involved fireplace, because, well, have you met me? What is all that sign for?
You know.
What? I have asked very kindly for several things around the building sites, and you have done the opposite of all of them.
Trying to be helpful and figuring out what to do with stuff, and
Yet you're all of the performers from the Birdcage. Like, I love you very, very much, but like, Playboy is not what they read.
it's what they read.
Don't add.
When I wear shoes, I fall down.
I mean, you very much are Agador. Can't lie about that. You very much are.
Apparently, right now you can't handle my Guatemala-ness.
I mean, really, that character is so different if you actually, when you pay attention to what he says throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Of truly a, wait, how did you end up in America?
Oh, Agador. One of the many, many improvements on the original Lakaja Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the fish singing "Don't worry, be happy"?
Wait, what? You high?
Baby?
Why is... Wait, what?
Hi, I'm shawarma.
That's done by the queen bee. I'm just going through a royal jelly rush. Don't worry.
Where are you and why are... What do you think fish are singing?
I'm back in the workshop because I gave up on trying to wrangle stuff. I'm better served feeding myself to things or grabbing specific ingredients that you need for stuff. Whoa.
Where is this singing fish?
Yeah, well, I had the fish here, and it had "Don't worry, be happy" floating above it. And I am very confused. The text is gone now.
Hi, Peanut. Can you say hi, everybody?
Hey, Peanut.
Here,
So that fish up there.
Yes, the tuna.
Let
Big tuna.
me so we can hear.
Did anyone see this other than Brian?
If the camera was on me, then it was recorded. If the camera wasn't on my screen, then no.
Well, I know several of the trophies can and do talk.
Uh-oh, you found the she found the frozen stickers.
She did.
Would you like one?
She would like to build a
I didn't
snowman.
hide them away good enough.
Would
That
you
one?
like to
Okay.
snowman? We totally didn't steal this song from Funny Girl. It's a totally original song.
100. 100.
Hmm?
Ah, crap.
Do you like
Idiot.
Is being fish now?
Idiot fell down the hole.
100.
who's on your sticker?
You're making me want to just sit and stare at the fish. Is that your plan all along?
I wish I could say yes.
You know, once I get
I wish I could say yes, but I sat there staring at the fish for a while, so it's not a very good plan.
No,
I
leave
mean,
that open,
go.
please. Thank you.
You'd always run a portal up to me.
I don't know if I approve of what you're doing.
You have to approve because I'm doing it.
Do you want to paint your nails like mommy? Hold your hand really still, okay?
I mean, technically, yes, but it's a really far reach for me to hand you my nails.
By the way, enjoy what I posted special humor last night. One of them is apparently you guys are a stereotype.
Yeah.
Yes.
As this couple, one of the guy comes back from shopping, and the spouse interviewing, it's like, yeah, I can tell you have ADHD because I see you stole something. And it's like, I didn't steal anything. Yes, you did.
Oh no.
Yep.
This is a cute thing where it's this hard.
Yeah, I thought of y'all.
What's a good thing we're not cute in any possible way? Just evil, angry, bitter old people.
That's just the gayness talking.
There's the full on bitterness going on.
Well, the chickens have hatched.
Yay!
And the hen has just made hearts, so hopefully it's about to lay an egg.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing chickens.
Well, I was, but then
The Luxes are gone. I've moved them away. There's no wall. The wall is a
Be careful,
persistent
that
illusion.
it's wet. Don't touch it.
put them right in your
Put your
mother's
other hand
face.
up here.
Press your nails against her forehead.
Other hand.
But I know she can't
means
hear
drop
me.
the
Probably in
necklace.
headphones.
Yeah, I tried to put it so the speakers on the computer would be heard, but it didn't work.
So technically, I'm not being.
Although I would have. Yeah, if I could have done it from the speakers, I would have said, "Tiny one listening, behave yourselves."
I am always on my best behavior. I am known for my angelic everything.
When you say angelic, you mean biblically angelic, don't you?
I am very well versed in theology, yes. Really state again for the record, I wrote basically hey, Haggadah for Lilith today, like, well, for the last, like, 2 weeks, but I finished it today.
Oh, did you see Esoterica posted a new video on Yahweh and the history of
It's a
Yahweh?
really good one.
It's not perfect. It's gonna smudge, but that's okay.
He doesn't go into the. I do love his introduction of, yes, I am going to say the word. Yes, I do wear a yarmulke. What? I mean, he doesn't exactly state it like that, but I felt like that was the proper way to
You like it?
accept the words that were coming out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, that was a good little bit of history on, the term and the groups that used it.
Because I feel like, I talk about this a lot in other locales, but wait, why did the fire pit explode? Anyway. By the way, I don't know if they've added a new mechanic to the game or what, but I've noticed the fire pits have started just randomly exploding from time to time. I had to replace them on numerous occasions on this and the other server. The other server, so. Do you mind? Yeah, I think it's really important for us to give a sense of history to especially a lot of the words that we use for the sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have lost the ability to take things seriously, but not literally.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Although I did recently have a thought that I have no major basis for. It's just a thought. But it's, are internet trolls the modern version of war boys? Of essentially the reason they troll is a way to get validation of witness me?
Bitch, you almost made me spit water across the room. Warning before you come at me that hard. I think you might actually be right about that, though.
Because, I was just thinking about, it's really not acknowledged just the real basic reasons and needs humans act the way they do in modern times. We keep trying to, give it layers of meaning and everything versus no, there's some real basic needs we need met, and we're meeting them however we can. People in developed countries are eating excess calories, primarily carbohydrates, in a need for serotonin.
Yeah.
Dopamine. You can see that in the way that they eat. And we see war boy behavior because they're trying to find a form of validation.
To phrase words. I think one of the biggest problems that we're having as a society is that we have not taken into effect the fact that the human brain has not significantly evolved in a very long time. And so radically reshaped how we do society and culture with the Industrial Revolution and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't we are not evolving fast enough to get rid of a lot of the things that we have lost. That might be the best way to put it. Because when you look at how pre-modern civilizations both organize themselves, how they function, and how a lot of our modern dysfunction is just problems that we have not fixed that really started with the Industrial Revolution. When we started moving people out of community, we took a lot of those connections away from people that had been so vital to how communities worked and functioned. And we've replaced them with nothing.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of those institutions not because they were pretty or because they were fun. I mean, those were definitely benefits. But the reason we did a lot of things that we did as a culture and as a society was because it fulfilled a need within us.
Yeah, we don't really deal well with a just a missing emptiness space. Something's got to fill it.
Right, and I need you to make me one of those other wisp things.
Yeah.
I need an extra one.
Why?
Because you can't put the raw wisps onto an item stand. Because they're dirty to the bag.
Oh.
Which crafting station that you make the wisp things?
Artisan. Next to the brewing keg.
This thing's. I thought those were.
Yeah, I
crafting with the tool.
I don't have a recipe for that over there.
It was your crafting tool. The wisp fountain. It's stone and one torn spirit, and the stone cutter.
No. The floaty fly wisp thingy.
Mm.
Thing you make with the wisps.
I thought I did that on the workbench.
Is it just the workbench?
I believe so.
Workbench?
I'll find out in a little bit. Oh yes, I will.
Well, it won't let me put
Artisan table. Artisan table.
That's this thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have the recipe then. What have I not picked up to have the recipe?
Let me go look.
Because I have wisps literally on me.
Or not. I made it before. What the heck?
I don't think it was artisan table.
Alright, maybe it's not. What the?
I'm almost there.
There it is. Wisp light. It's on the regular workbench and it requires silver.
Yeah, that's it. Regular workbench and silver.
Sorry.
Oh no, I had no idea.
You need that. That went down the hole. Shield went down the hole.
It is, in a way, kind of weird-ish.
Hey, can someone open the door and set me free?
No.
Please? I'm stuck in the hole.
I'm
It's really sad. Please
I'm
let me
overweighted.
out. Please let me out.
I'm overweighted. I can't get over there.
Yeah, I will get out. I mean, I could get out, but you really don't want me to get myself out.
There.
Thank you. That is where we stuffed everything. It's our dumping spot for stuff and things.
Because by the Creed and Covenant, Brian is supposed to be the one that cleans that out.
Why you said we could destroy these, right? Oops, I destroyed something.
Extra fermenters were just to make sure to take the fire potions out of them. Or to make sure that we had enough fire potions. You know, I was trying to help us.
Yes. I don't know. I'm trying to get my shield, and I have so much stuff. So much stuff. Where are you at? Shield.
I'm back. Sean had to go through every aisle of the grocery store with me.
Sounds about right. It's a day ending in Y. I mean, it is kind of the tradition.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna sort this stuff.
I have a bad wisp. It's my new pet. It is flying all around me.
Woo!
I made 3 of them because I need hopefully 2 of them for the thing, but I wanted one just to be my little friend.
Nice.
Take me to the river, drop me in the water. That's what he's saying now. Take me to the river, drop me in the water.
You cannot attach this item.
Aww.
They finally gave us a good, decent glowy, and that made it not attachable.
Yep. That's how this works.
I'm not saying I'm livid, but
You're saying they're jerks.
I'm saying I hope they like their horse.
Don't take a step too far.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
I don't know what to do with them.
That's all right. I'm just throwing everything on the ground in a giant pile. So if you step
But also, I
too far
figure
over, you get to inherit the pile.
and
I'm sorting stuff.
you don't want the pile.
Don't run around down here yet.
How long did they last on the ground, Charlie? Why you just chuck them like that?
You just picked up a whole bunch of trash.
I did. Just hand me some
Throw it on the
things.
pile. What do you need?
Dang it. Dang it.
I'm not familiar with that item.
I need to stab you in the face. That's what I need.
You told me to sort. I'm sorting. Then suddenly there's people everywhere.
Turn off PvP.
The Certling cores. I need 2 Certling cores. Exactly 2. No more, no less. I need.
Go look over next to resin on there with eyes.
I can't. Brian, stop it.
You want to take a step back? Yeah, there you go.
Is that exactly 2?
It's exactly 3.
I said 2.
That was more or less.
I didn't say more or less. Is it exactly 2?
You specifically said no
One of these
more,
are
no less. There was a no in front of it. So you were nice enough to let me out. I think
Teach
I
me
did
to
this
be
door
nice
Tom.
to you.
Anyway, the rest of everything is sorted in those 2 chests.
You should go around the corner, Tom.
You can't attach Certling cores anymore either.
Boo.
Which corner?
Or over here where the boxes are.
Oh God, what did you do?
I'm sorting.
Which really means he made a mess.
I made a giant pile of stuff, and now I'm sorting them.
Hi, chickens. Have you met my pet Wisp?
I need my armor. Why is that in there? That doesn't belong in there. Why can't I pick?
An egg. Yay, I see eggs. They're making babies.
Woot woot.
Okay, I see egg. But if they're anything like the other chickens, soon you'll get to hear the upsettingly cute sound that they make when you kill them.
Oh no!
What, you didn't realize they're for food? This is a working farm, honey. Brian's gonna go out there and bait us the 2-star wolves, and I'm gonna have a bunch of chickens to feed them.
Yep.
So that they make lots of bubbas.
Whoa. That was a disturbing angle, Tom.
What? But
Yeah, pretty much. I had the camera at an angle, and you filled the view. A stereo perspective.
I know how to fill a view.
Holy crap, that's a lot of tar. I don't even know.
you don't even know?
I don't even know. Thank you.
Or you do, but if you say what you know, you're going to get in trouble.
No, I don't even know. I thought you wanted the Lux trophy.
Ryan knows that he is just trouble.
Well, when you finish this little area, you got 2 other chests full to figure out.
Thank you. I will. Oh, yeah.
He didn't sound quite committed there. Well, maybe like you needed committing, but like not committed.
Hey. That's funny. I like the idea of just throwing around the foulings' heads.
I don't care how many times you ask me, we are not creating a game called Fouling Ball.
Yeah, you're supposed to say pew when you throw them like that, though. Pew.
Look, if there's a game called Griff Ball, there can definitely be a game called Fulling Ball.
I am still trying to let myself be adult enough to know that there are old people in this country playing a game unironically called pickleball.
Yeah.
Because I, as child, and
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Let alone like it's growing. Like I thought this was a joke in Goldberg's. How has this become real?
People when you're a stranger, they play the pickleball because they're all lonely. It's like the first time I heard the term, I thought it was like some frat hazing thing.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like something that frat bros do to each other to prove that they're real men by doing something super gay.
Like Tinkerball.
Yeah, like Tinkerball.
Oh god, yeah.
I've known about pickleball since like elementary school.
It just doesn't sound like it should be real.
But then again,
the
it's
name,
the same lesson you have to learn watching Letterkenny.
the name just doesn't sound like it should be a real thing. It just.
Why does it sound like a seagull?
They're flying around.
Ah.
Well, that didn't work.
I hear chickens screaming.
Every time you hear a rooster crow, someone's laid an egg. Because I don't know how chickens work. And it makes me very happy.
It really does. It's kind of funny too. I mean, hearing it is very amusing. I
I
am
feel like the
thoroughly-
line is every time you hear a rooster crow, a chicken loses its virginity.
It's actually the sound they make when they lay an egg. It's not the sound that they make when they mate.
Wow, you're right. Someone really doesn't know how farms or chickens work.
Yeah, they have no idea, and I don't want anyone to tell them.
Yeah. Shh.
Don't spoil my
Don't
fun.
spoil it.
I rather enjoy that they don't know how chickens work.
It does go with the theory of, indeterminate, I guess sort of a quantum physics view of gender in this game.
I really, truly, deeply, madly believe that the main developers of this game have never been outside, which is actually why they bought a horse. It was like mandated by their therapist that they needed to get outside, and they're like, "Why would we ever go outside?" And they're like, "I don't know, maybe if we had a horse." And they're like, "Okay." And then they got a horse, and yeah, something like that.
They
Well,
got
now
a
you're
horse and
describing
said,
all the
"Hey,
animals.
let's just make the game even more batshit than it already is."
Giant ants. I mean,
I feel unfortunate that I found out why apple trees do not self-propagate.
okay, damn, Johnny Appleseed did them.
If they are too closely related, the DNA gets chopped up before it can fertilize.
You almost made me say a naughty word.
Yeah, please don't say naughty words.
Yeah.
That's right. I need a hoe. Well, how do I make a hoe?
Oh, sweet. We all need a hoe from time to time.
A little stone, a little wood.
Next
Smack
thing
yourself
you
up a hoe.
telling me we're going to see some mermaids doing some of that stuff.
Doing some of that stuff.
Well, we are supposed to be better rated, so if we're going to be better rated, then we're going to be better
I mean,
rated.
based on what I've heard so far, I feel like the name of the episode should have been a U-Haul for Glory. I'm just...
Glory hauling the chicken load.
Oh, I don't know why, but I feel like she just said some quick curse and put it upon me and all of the progeny of my siblings because I will never have kids. Huzzah! We have Weird Finger Altar of our own now.
Ooh. Fun. Teach him to be all fancy.
Oh, wait a minute. I have an answer for you. I figured it out. Gary, I figured it out. I know what to do.
Did you figure it out?
They had it coming. Yes. Yes. I'm very happy. Need to go get the thing.
This week in Pimp Science, a hoe for all seasons.
Now I'm just wanting to binge Queer Science. What have we said about doing the sounds into my headphones?
Do it?
No.
No.
Bad Brian.
Oh, okay. Not.
You know, I'm very sensitive to certain sonic stimuli.
Sorry. I don't understand. We have this anymore. What's the point of it? What height is that? Seems like it's taller than a 1. It is taller than a 1. It's just a smidge. You're correct. See, the thingy doesn't want to do the thingy anymore.
The thingy doesn't want to do the thingy anymore. Such wonderful use of nouns.
Isn't it that?
Is thinking a noun or a pronoun?
Ooh. Well, I have not heard a right winger be really mad at it, so I'm assuming now. Since they, are allergic to all pronouns.
Pronouns be whack, yo.
Dougie, you cannot have a chicken until they're ready. Get over here.
Are they trying to get a pre-chicken?
I don't know. The Dougie's like standing at the door, like trying to get in.
I kind of like that better. I wish I hadn't popped
So
on
I'm
that.
probably going to, once we have enough chickens, set some free range to see if they'll also just eat them when they're hungry.
Okay, that'll be an interesting test.
And we'll know pretty soon because they make the most adorable macaws now when they die.
They do.
They do. It's quasi-unsettling, but at the same time,
There's no lie.
rather adorable. Okay, you can get away from the door. In there. I think I'm going to need to do this a little bit differently. Look.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What have you done?
Stuff.
Do I even want to know?
That's for it's entertainment for international viewers.
Oh, that just makes me super nervous. What did you do?
You'll see. You'll see.
He did a Kappenschlagen.
Oh boy. Well,
Okay, well that doesn't work.
Just floats in the air.
Luckily, gravity is one of the other things that the developers do not understand all that well.
yeah. Like, what is this?
Who
thing
does
called
understand gravity all that well?
Ducks. Ducks and giraffes.
Newton. Newtonian physicists.
Why giraffes?
Why not?
You ever seen a giraffe get born?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
What a way to clinch the argument on that one.
I mean, do we really?
They
need
never
to
forget
go-
gravity after that.
I mean, I tend to forget things after a concussion. Yeah.
Hi and bye, Maggie.
And bye, Maggie.
Bye. Hey.
Bye bye.
Bye
Do
bye.
we have a drive-by, Maggie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Heading to watch the hockey game. Nice. What hockey game?
Berta.
Berta.
It's hockey night in Canada.
Woo.
Hmm.
Yes, stupid letter Kenny. Since they get on actual announcers, when I hear them on TV for hockey night, I keep waiting for them to, talk crap about Shorzy.
Oh, you got to give them a tug.
I love how you are trying to clean up that phrase.
What, you mean giving things a tug, body part lover? It kind of makes it funnier that way.
As I said, throughout my life, the clean versions of things are often so much dirtier than the dirty things.
Oh my. I'm glad I got to say that out loud.
You mean kind
That
of
was
like
pretty funny.
the hockey idiots seem decent looking till the other guys show up at the gym, and you're like, they're really not that good looking.
Yeah.
Context.
The not so ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it's hard not to admire. Like, how much time do they spend in the gym on those bodies?
Also, how many times do I have to practice those lines to not break while saying them?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
versus it turning out all the lines that the Mennonite character
Yeah.
says is written by that actor.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like, he comes up with all of that himself.
Even all of the puns?
All of them.
So many puns.
Apparently, that's why he only shows up every so often, is when he's got a new batch.
It blinks. Hey, Carrie, it winks now.
What?
It winks now.
Oh!
I don't know why it's winking.
Sorry, I was.
It's winking.
The animation may turn a certain way when it doesn't.
I think the smoke is putting the fires out, and it has to wait for it to clear. I was just trying to see.
Sorry, I was looking up one of the library branches that I'm going to on Saturday. I've never been to this one.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty.
It's weird that they're all floating around the same one now. I put mine on. Does it do anything with them?
I hate to admit it, but my first thought when Charlie said it winks now was like, is there something we can show on Twitch that winks?
Yeah,
In my experience, most things that wink are not things you can show on Twitch.
I mean, true. I could try to just make it shelf of eyes.
I will be back shortly. I have to go help with the groceries.
Okay.
So many eggs getting laid.
Yeah, I can hear him.
That's not the sound they make. It's not even a little bit right.
It's probably a good thing because that's the sound I make. It's like really sad and very cursed.
That's called the sound a chicken makes when it gets constipated laying an egg. It's halfway out.
Why?
Oh my. It's frustrating that they won't let me put them on an item stand. You don't want to put them on an item stand. That's so wrong.
Wait, the thingy is for Thor, isn't it?
Wait, what?
The sacrificial thingy?
Yes, that is the Thor. Do I even want to know what it is you're doing right now?
I told you I'm sorting.
That's not helpful. It doesn't tell me. Oh, are you creating a fourth floor bucket or something?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Darn right it does.
I can't tell if that was a wolf howl or a rooster crow.
Well, got bad news for you. Wolves and the chickens have crossbred, and we now have were chickens. A beast the most foul.
And that's saying something because chickens are already pretty foul.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Brian. I'm so afraid to go outside. You wonder why I'm wanting to create like a whole new homestead. Like,
I'm naming what goes in the box. In that case, it's bones, hair, claws, and tubes. Okay, I should put nets on that.
someone needs to remind me at some point this week to go in to the game and record basically a night cycle in front of this thing with all the wisps flying around it to make a timer.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
But this thing does make me feel like those aliens from the pilot of Star Trek Enterprise that were sexy because they caught butterflies with their tongues. Never quite understood straight men.
I mean, if there is one thing I did not expect to happen as I got older, it was that as I get older, the harder it is for me to believe in intelligent design versus the reality of how evolution actually works and the whole look, as long as it doesn't prevent you from procreating, evolution doesn't care.
True.
All right, I gotta give me a minute.
And at least hold the light as I dig for the beater in the trash.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes.
Please tell me this isn't a
Found one.
euphemism.
But the other, I can't see. It's too dark down there. The trash bag's black.
Okay, I'll be back, guys.
Please tell me this isn't a euphemism. Sounds like a euphemism. I go dig for the beater in the trash. I just hear one of my cousins saying that. I mean, something quite untoward about it.
Yeah. Now that
Not
just
sure what
got
it would
a lot worse.
So help me, Cat, if you pee on that new rug.
Oh yeah. I don't have enough time to wait for nature to fix it.
Okay, we're just sniffing around for a place to lay down on. Okay. That is acceptable.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I just got attacked by a seagull.
How did you get attacked by a seagull?
It flew right at my face and made me as human jump.
Why you don't leave cheese curls in your pocket?
My character did not get attacked by a seagull because they cannot do that. But I, as player, was attacked by a seagull and it made me jump.
Aw.
See? Bone, hair, claws, and tooths.
It's like a freaking novel of Nya.
Yeah, it is. Y'all got lost in where their stuff goes. Things start ending up everywhere.
We had our session 0 on Tuesday for Spence's game. And it was like maybe a half an hour of going over her rules and like lines that we don't want her to cross. And then the rest of the time was just spent chit-chatting.
I know, you took away the best line ever, but I taught her a loophole around it, so.
Yep. Took care of it.
I'm just saying, technically, if she does what we talked about, it will be by the letter of the law that y'all put down. But she can still have her fun.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm sorry. Evil laugh. Evil laugh.
But you let me be alone in a room with people.
Yeah.
That's on you. If you didn't want me influencing your DM, you should have been in the chat and stopped me. That's all I'm saying.
It is fair.
So we're going to start playing this week. And she said she is going to record it and edit it.
Ooh, yay.
For internet consumption, so.
For the masses. The curious hordes.
I even changed my avatar on Discord to my character.
Nice.
And I helped Q make theirs. And it looks really cool. Because Hero Forge makes it really easy.
It does.
If you are not artistically inclined.
And who is?
I'm artistically inclined, but it doesn't mean I'm good at it. I'm inclined towards it, but I'm definitely not good at it.
Well, when you put it that way, so am I.
I try. That's the.
Why do you think I rely on stickers so much for stuff?
I feel like we're talking about straight tendencies.
Who's straight? Well, I'm not.
Just saying, like, if you are inclined to something, you're just not good at it. Like, isn't that sort of what it is to be straight?
I
mean, look, I just don't get them.
I really don't either. You are not alone.
I do not understand this culture. I have supposedly been part of it my whole life, and I still don't get it.
Does anyone actually get it?
Supposedly.
Or are they just lying to make themselves feel better?
I mean, I have started to wonder. Just the more I hear about it, the more it's like... It's kind of like how psychology is still a lot of soft science.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we think they'll ever make this fish sing?
According to Brian, it already is.
Like, what was it, Billy Bass?
Okay, I am bad at this. I make all the drunken lines.
What?
I can't walk a straight line even in Valheim.
Oh.
Riley, don't forget there's 2 more chests over here.
Yep. I won't. Right now, I'm just trying to get some of the bigger chests built and
Okay.
get the signs up right. So
Yeah,
that
I
we know
figured that's
what.
probably what you were, but just in case.
Yeah. Because I'll be able to go through those other ones pretty quickly once I get this up.
Why do I have a feeling this hat is going to be too big too?
Oh no.
Like, I'm sure it'll turn out normal size, but at the same time, it could turn.
Let's say in general, you want to make crochet hats a little small because it'll reposition.
Well,
or you just double it over.
I might have to make this one smaller.
Like, actually, if you just add on several more rings, you can then flip up and give it a, what's it, not a brim, but and then it'll fit as well.
Yeah. And it's made to, this pattern is made to double up, the brim.
That's probably why it's actually so big. Is because it'll fit once it's doubled up, not single. It'll have so much give. But doubled up, it'll have a lot more tension and it'll hold tight. You have to trust. Trust the pattern.
I don't trust the pattern. That's the problem.
It's written by.
I'm gonna listen to it, but I listened to the last pattern to the T, and it turned out to be a goofy hat. Did you see the hat, Tom?
No. Part of me is like, do I need to make these patterns so I can figure out what's going on?
Maybe I'm using the wrong crochet hook. I thought I was using the right crochet hook.
What size is your hook?
Let me read. Size 7 or 8 USA.
Okay, and what size is your yarn?
I believe it is. What's under worsted weight?
You said it's smaller than worsted?
I think it might be smaller than worsted weight.
That's a 3.
So I'm using the wrong size hook for the project. Okay.
Like, that'll give you a giant, airy, loose pattern.
I mean, that's not. See, I don't. Okay, so half of this has rubbed off of the crochet hook, so I can't see what it says anymore.
It's a word around this 5-year-old.
Child.
You children.
You said rubbed off.
Sorry.
Because, like, 6 is already kind of the upper normal range for worsted, which is a 4 weight.
Gotcha.
And so 7, 8 with a 3 weight yarn. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I mean, it will give
It's the only one I have, so it's what I've been going with.
Yeah, I can see where it may feel like it's big. It'll give you a very airy.
It's such a tiny little. It's a very small crochet hook, like very thin. I don't know. I'm just gonna
The
keep
adult
going
story,
and see
Brian,
what
stop it.
happens.
It's not the size of the hook; it's the motion of the wrist.
Oh,
It's really dirty then.
oh that's oh, Brian.
It's not the size of the hook. It's
I
the
said it was a 7/8 US
Oh, the
hook.
tightness of the tension.
That's what it says. But that's all I can read because half of it is. I inherited this crochet hook from my mother.
Oh wait, does it have hooks at both ends?
No. It was apparently 25 cents at one point.
That doesn't say much because a lot of things are 25 cents if you go far enough back in time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like your affections.
Yep, 25 cents.
Adoption.
Okay, it's a. I see why he's saying 7/8.
B-O-Y.
Oh, yeah, it is a small one. It's a 5mm.
Like the holes it's making are really tiny.
Yeah. Okay. No, I see. I was thinking the other direction. I thought it was saying a 7/8mm, not okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a 4.5 to 5mm.
It's
Or
good.
3. Oh, that's just so small. This is how you drive people crazy when they start doing crochet.
Yep.
Isn't that the point of crochet? Like,
Why
granted,
am I making everything so big if it's so tiny then?
Because your tension's loose.
My tension is so tight though. I was having problems with it earlier. I'm just so confused.
So am I.
Because Glory told me I had to loosen the tension because I had it too tight earlier. So now I have it at just right
The head is too
tension.
big. I mean, that sounds more like that sounds like it might just be a counting.
I actually have less stitches on here than what they called for because I lost a few stitches. So I
Put them in her other jacket.
But right now it's big enough to fit over my ponytail.
And you're doing a double crochet or a half double?
Half double crochet.
okay, y'all need
I
to
did
figure out what
single
words mean.
crochet for I did single crochet for the first portion of it until it stopped
Keep looking at my
increasing,
head
and
and
once it
enjoy the
stopped
show, that's
increasing, I switched to half double crochet.
How is half double crochet not just crochet?
Half
Somebody-
double crochet is a certain stitch.
I'll explain it when we start doing classes.
There's no explaining it.
So it's
If
essentially
you
how many threads you pull through on a crochet on each
half
motion.
of 1 times 2 is still 1.
Well, when it's a half double, means essentially it's 1.5 versus a double is truly 2. There's single, which is just 1, half double, which is 1.5, and double, which is truly 2.
Also,
And essentially, it's how thick.
I feel like this is using
double speak.
These are
No.
English. These
Half
are
double
literally
speak.
English terms
okay. That
from the
that
English.
works now.
So yes, it's kind of like a hogshead of volume and a
No.
stone of weight.
Put them in the chest behind you.
It made sense at one point, but now it's metrics better.
I was just about to say this sounds like British note names.
Yes, it is. It is actually British terms.
Quavers, semi-quavers, and all that crap.
It still frustrates me how the British count their floors. Like, why is the first floor not the first floor?
Flooding?
Half double
Because
BS.
Because it's the ground. They didn't have to actually put a floor down.
That makes sense.
Wouldn't that be a subfloor?
No, subfloor is below the ground level, like the level of the ground. I mean, think about the British. They're
True.
lazy. So the ground floor, they're not going to put anything down. It's just packed dirt. So the first floor is the first piece of wood they have to put down above them. You have to always remember how lazy was the person who came up with this.
Remember, it's the British.
You know? Yeah.
My high school. That's
Very
how my high
lazy
school
unless it's
labeled their
beer.
floors. Was ground floor 1 and 2.
Unless they ran out of beer. And then they would stop the boat just to get beer.
Just to get beer.
Yep.
All about the beers. Okay. We're getting there. Woo! I should call that core 2.
So
But not core 1 because, British.
Yep, it's the first floor they had to actually put, wood down for.
Yep. The first one's called core because that's the original, and then we have core 2.
So
Besides, sub-basement is below the basement.
Kind of want to call it the more coring, but I feel like Charlie would be upset at me for doing that. What are you saying, Charlie?
So my oldest niece's family came over on the Mayflower.
Cool.
And her grandfather had, and I stress had because they no longer exist anymore, the diaries that were written on the voyage.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I am one of the last humans to get to see them before the fire.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the part that Brian is talking about is there's a very long, protracted argument that is captured, that well, it was captured in the diary, about how dare they not want to stop. I know we're not at Virginia yet, but we have no beer. And it catalogs who was for landing early, because there's land right over there. We can land, we can make beer, it'll be fine.
Let's land, we'll pump out some beer real quick, and we'll be back on our way.
And it was fascinating to read, like, because it really changes the way you think about the Puritans.
Oh, yeah.
Because you hear all these stories about, like, how they were, and then you get to read, like, these, like, knockdown, drag-out fights they were having on the boat over, like, because the argument was not, do we stop to make beer? The argument was, well, if we stop to make beer, we're just going to end up living there. Is this where you want to live? Like, everyone agreed, no, we have to have the beer.
Well, I mean, the two things I just hear is, one, don't forget half the people on those ships were not Puritans. And the Puritans were having to figure out how to deal with these people. And the second one is, all I hear you say, you have, ancestors from the Mayflowers. So your family knows what it's like to be inbred.
Technically, I do not have ancestors from the Mayflower. That was my niece's. Her father was a descendant of Miles Standish.
Cool.
No, I did have one ancestor that was here prior to the American Revolution, but he was a indentured servant.
I know, really, history does not feel the same when you actually read the words from the people who lived at the time. Like, it loses a lot of gravitas, and it becomes a lot more like the modern internet.
Yeah, And it really bothers me when people have such a grandiose sense. Like every time I hear somebody talk about the founding fathers with reverence, like, yeah, they set up a government that lasted a good long time when everybody was pretty sure that we were going to fail immediately. And it took about what? How long was it to the Civil War? Like 125 years?
100 years or less.
Yeah, it
Because
was
it's 1776 to 1860.
Yeah, that's true. So, which is still longer than most people thought. we left.
87.
Yeah.
But
The
like,
Gettysburg Address, he says 407.
that's true.
So 87.
But I was trying to remember if he was dating from when the Constitution was signed or the Declaration of Independence. It's like a chunk of time between the two. But I'm rather obsessed with American history for a lot of different reasons, and so I've read a lot of firsthand documents, diaries, journals, and whatnot. And I'm like, how can you lionize these people, man? Like,
No. How about how much people want to talk about the Christian values of the founding fathers?
yeah, like everybody knows. Like, Cotton Mather's was a necromancer. People know that, right? Like, he summoned the dead and had a very large collection of arcane books. He also thought witches should be burned at the stake, but he was literally out in the graveyard summoning dead people. Because in his book, apparently, necromancy is fine.
As long as God's the one giving you the power, all the power is good.
Well, I know a couple of the books that he had, and there was no God involved. He had a lot of the Solomonic stuff, some of them demons.
I mean, now you're just making me want to go watch Stand Against Evil.
But it's like when you actually know what these people were up to, it really changes the way that you think about things. And we as a society really need to have a reckoning with like who and what these people were. I mean, our founding fathers were a hot mess in so many different ways, but the world that they lived in is one that we would just not recognize.
Well, I mean, what I really hear in the regressive stuff that's been coming out more and more is people who want a dead society versus a living society.
Yes.
And I say that in like religious terms of for it to never change again. And it's like, but the whole point is that it is a living, vibrant, changing, adapting being. Like I thought at that point they did get right in that movie in the 90s with Brendan Fraser and Joe Pesci.
Oh, what was that movie? I know what you're talking about. It just
but like that part they got right of the whole point of the Constitution was that it was supposed to be a living document, not a dead set in stone document.
Yeah.
Because they knew that they didn't know everything, and history had shown them they didn't know everything.
And while I do think that understanding history is important, I'm not going to say that it's not. I think it's also important for us to realize and reckon that a lot of the people and stuff from these periods are as much mythic figures as they are real figures. And to me, that was the real power behind something like Hamilton, in that get a lot of people's gripes with it for its
Yeah.
understanding of history and whatnot. It is important for a people to be able to speak their own history and to be able to interpret and reinterpret it in the way that they want, as long as you're not like 100%. You should be looking at something like Hamilton with the same suspicion that you would Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
should not go to a musical.
What I
or-
liked about
I'm just saying,
what
real
I
quick,
liked with
please go,
Hamilton.
Carrie. Before,
Okay.
no one should be going to a musical or a movie for valid history. It's
Yeah.
poetry and it's epopeia. Okay, Carrie, you're up.
Okay. What I liked about like Hamilton and maybe for some Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, it like piqued people's interest to go and study the real history. Like my bestie's kids, um, except for the littlest one, um, all in an age where they got interested. They were like, "Ooh, there's more to this story," and they started reading up on what actually happened during that time period. And um, for a a history project, her youngest son cosplayed as Hamilton. he Bestie's mom made like got a bunch of stuff from the thrift store and made a very close version of at least the show costumes. And
Nice.
he was so proud.
I know the line that always hurts me the most to overhear people say is they wouldn't just make that up for the.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, it's Hollywood. They would make everything up. Whatever's a good story.
Hmm.
and it's even
Benjamin
better.
Franklin was right. Print the legend.
Well, it's one of those things that, like with The Great, which is one of my favorite shows. Is it a 100% accurate view of Catherine the Great? No. But the greatest thing is some of the weirdest stuff in that show is the stuff that it is like, no, we have diaries and letters. That's what happened. And when you start realizing that like the weirdest parts of The Great are also some of the most historically accurate parts, I think it helps you have a much more proper understanding of history. That it is weird because it is people.
I really gotta finish watching that.
So much fun.
It's so much fun.
But that version of, but like, just sticking with Hamilton for a minute, that version of Thomas Jefferson kind of is, in some ways, what we need to remember about Jefferson. It's all about the revolution. Like, he was,
The revolution.
yeah, he was that guy that was just like, they're killing their kings. Maybe we should give them money. Unless they were black. He was a really bad racist. But we as a society need to start asking ourselves, what is the point of telling and retelling these stories? Because yes, there is a point, a purpose and a point to history. But when you go to the nation's capital and you stand under the rotunda and you look up, you'll be greeted by a beautiful, just a stunning painting called the Apotheosis of George Washington, which shows the goddess Columbia and the goddess that represents each of the 13 colonies, pulling Washington up into the heavens to make him into a god. And I say this because I don't know how many people have been to the Capitol building or how many people know what that painting is.
You said it's
But
in the
it's-
Capitol building?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's in the Rotunda.
It's a great painting. Like
I've only been to the steps.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember when you could just walk into the Capitol and mosey around.
Yeah.
My dad, when he was serving living in
Well, when I went
States,
for my 8th grade
used to dress
trip,
up
we
as the
were
Capitol.
supposed to go inside, but I think there was a scheduling conflict or something. So we just ended up taking a class picture with our congressman.
Yeah, there are pictures of it online when I look it up. It's a really pretty picture, but it is part of the mythos of our country. Like many of the people, especially the people who planned and built DC, were really looking at building a civic religion for the country. And so a lot of the things that they built, like I know a lot of people think that that statue on top of the Capitol is Lady Liberty. That is not Lady Liberty. That is a statue of Columbia, the
Yeah.
goddess of the United States. And the building was dedicated to her. Like they created their own gods and goddesses. And I'm not saying that we should necessarily be like, okay, then I guess we should start offering incense and offerings to Columbia. But it's important to know, like, these people were wanting to build a mythology that would tell people who we are as a nation and who we are as a people. And we've lost so much of that in pretending that they were exactly who we needed them to be for various political causes. And not even who they really were, which is, in some ways, the most upsetting part of it.
Oh, I love how the founding fathers would have been dumbstruck by people talking about the Puritans and the basis of the United States involving in any way the Puritans.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a construct purely of the early 19th century.
Yep. Whereas Franklin himself talked a lot more about who we now would more rightly call the Haudenosaunee and their influence on the debates at the constitutional conventions.
Oh, yeah.
And to be quite honest, I feel like we would have been better off if we were actually a little bit more like them in the way that we structured things. But
power gonna want to grab power.
yeah. Well, the two most interesting things about their social structure were that only women could vote and only men could run for office. And a council of female elders was able to, without explanation, impeach anyone, even a chief, for not doing what is best for the people.
Hmm.
And while I'm not saying that we should have, gender segregated voting or anything like that, we have this myth that we invented females being able to vote. Yeah,
No.
we really do pretend that like it was us and the Greeks, no one else. No one else did this voting. It was just us and the Greeks.
Yeah, no star.
I'm not like overly familiar with like native history, unfortunately, but Britain did it before us. Australia did it before them, I think.
Yep.
Like,
Even the Hun and the Shawnee did it.
I will admit I am low-key obsessed with the Haudenosaunee. There's so much about them that I find just like, yeah, can we amend our constitution to be a little bit more like that?
Yeah. I don't hear any mobiles in these hills. Oh, I done scooped them out. I don't feel rested.
What is popping?
I'm feeling
Oh, sorry, that's my knuckles.
Oh,
That's
crap.
your knuckles?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have snap,
You, like-
crackle, pop hands.
Okay.
You're like taking your fingers off and setting them on the desk next to you? Because I kind of want to see this if you are.
I mean,
It's like that level of popping, it sounded like you were just popping them off and setting them down.
You know, Lego people.
I'm sorry, I was not trying to make you feel self-conscious about what you're
Oh
doing.
no, I normally try not to do it in front of like people or like the mic because I know it not everyone likes that sound. So I was just mindlessly cracking my stiff fingers from all this crocheting.
No, I understand. I have poppy fingers myself. They're not that deliciously poppy, but
You should hear my knees.
looking like a true member of the club there. My knee popped so loud the other day the dog ran and hid like there was a gunshot outside.
Oh no.
Really bad. Usually I'm just like, well, that's my knee doing knee things again. But when I saw her like freaking out, and I was like, oh no, that was just my joints being evil. It's fine.
Oh, poor baby.
Just do that. It's normal.
I had been sitting here on Tuesday night for a couple hours while we had our session 0 and our chit chat. And when I finally stood up, my hip popped.
Oh man.
Oh.
And it was just like, ah. Our running joke is like, if like Joe has knee pain or if I'm having a flare up, and we tell each other, don't fall apart yet. Anna at least needs to be somewhat self-sufficient before we fall apart, before we both fall apart.
Yeah, Brian and I have a rule: we're not both allowed to be incapacitated at the same time.
Yeah, we have to take turns. It's the only civilized thing to do.
I mean, I'm a hog. Like, I take all the turns a lot, which, yeah, a little bit bad about, but, you know.
Mood. I do that too.
I don't know what sneaky thing you were up to, but I feel like I want to go look.
I know, right? She came in here all like pretending innocent.
I didn't do nothing.
Licking her lips.
Yes. It's the licking of the lips that made me go, wait, what did you do? What have you done now?
I guess if this doesn't work out, I could at least turn it into an extra large basket.
Somebody was after a wolf.
Got me a couple times.
I have to say, I love the bag that I have that Glory made for me, and I know that Brian's mom really likes the bag that we bought from Glory for her. So I'm sure there's a way that you could transform it into a bag that would be.
I don't think I have enough yarn to turn it into a bag, but it could be a
The
bowl.
mermaid purse?
I could probably turn it into a purse if I like fold it like this and then stitch up around here. That could be an
Too
interesting
much
looking
90s
purse.
rap. Like this, like that,
And like
yeah.
this and like that, and
Yeah. Just chill to the next episode.
hey. Oh, I can't see anything through that. Oh, wonderful.
I just realized I have the power to, in the background, do a sneak preview at some of the new remastered tracks.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Ooh.
Bless you.
Yeah, blush.
I was waiting until the string was over, and I did not know when that would be.
Alright, now I've got a little more health. Let me go check.
I just realized I could also do a thing. I didn't know that's what you were fine.
For some reason, I felt like there was more types of wood than that.
Well, there's also the new The new moods from the new players.
New woods.
Oh, what's new woods?
I don't know, because I hit the tree once and then got attacked and eaten by giant, evil, angry ants.
Oh.
He is the creator and sustainer of all the worlds, whether those worlds are known or unknown to mankind.
You check on the chickens. Oh wow, there's a lot of chickens in here. Turn around for a second and y'all just multiply.
Look at all those chickens.
What?
What?
Did you just say stop cleansing my aura?
You were there when I made this song.
I thought it said something about body horror.
It's my aura. I forgot
Ready
about
for the
that.
body horror.
No, it said no one stop cleansing my aura.
The most aggressive thing you can say to a granola bunch.
I kind of want to flatten this so off.
No.
I don't
Want to
want
see
to
what I did in my finger?
You want me to do it?
no.
Where
No.
I bandage it?
So
Oh.
I can dig.
You did a good job.
I know it wouldn't stop bleeding last night.
Dig.
The refrigerator required a blood sacrifice.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh yeah, it got me
Oh.
good. Freaking door. It skinned my pointer finger real good. That's why I'm
He is the
gonna
creator and sustainer of all the worlds.
So I'm excited about the photo shoot that we're going to be doing, Besky and I, later this month. But also nervous because when I checked weather.com, the forecast went up that Thursday before and it only said 40 degrees.
I know you're out there.
Oh no.
And I know it's going to change
I know that you're
time
afraid.
now and then, but
You're afraid of us.
we gonna be
You're afraid of
cold.
change. I don't know the future.
But just look at it this way. It'll
I can tell you how this is going to
make it a little bit cheaper on how much makeup you have to do because people have that rosy glow in
hang
the
up this
cold.
phone. And then
Yep.
we're going to show these people
Yeah.
what you don't want.
on
That
you.
it will.
We're going to show them
Feeling something.
what it is. A world without
And
rules
dig out.
and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible.
It's somewhere down there in the middle.
Where we go from there.
Gotcha.
And then over
But
the
it
weekend,
hurts a
we
lot.
got
So I just
on
can't.
the Ohio Winter fan group posted a meme with living on a prayer reworded. It said, "We're halfway there. 6 months till Ren Fair."
Nice.
Because it starts Labor Day weekend.
Can I just say, the video for that was like when I could no longer deny that I was not like the other boys. Because I did not understand why they weren't all obsessed with John Bon Jovi's butt.
Obsessed with what?
John Bon Jovi's what? Butt?
But because half of that video is him
There's
shaking
better
his butt
butts up there.
or
Have you
flying around, so that all that you can see is his butt.
How about have you seen the new Doctor Who's butt? Oh my god. Yes, Doctor. I'm sick.
Have you seen Sex Ed?
No.
I rather enjoyed the show, and his character on it is my favorite character on the show. And I believe you get to see a lot of him. I know he's shirtless. I know he's down to his underwear in at least a couple bits.
Well, hello. Versus that one Russian dating picture of that guy just standing out in his underwear out in nature. Just off-white whiteys.
I mean, if you're not squatting in Adidas, are you really Russian?
If you're not squatting in trash
Yeah.
in Adidas, are you not Russian?
I mean, I have a couple meme video jokes about this.
Yes, and I love the whole "Meanwhile in Russia" meme.
You know, where the bears fear the humans.
Well, that's because they killed all the cereal bears.
I mean, you know, Kitty.
Oh,
What? We look. She has counted, and there's 4 thumbs here, and no one is pressing for the red dot. At my hand. All right. You have to look down for this to work. Look on the floor, genius. There you go. There. Get it. Get it. Get it before it attacks you. It's plotting things. It's going to totally infiltrate your secret little L space. And then it will be the red dots, and you'll have to find somewhere else to sleep. I know this for a fact.
I'm very nervous. There's a new episode of Star Trek Picard that I have not seen yet, and so far that show has not face planted.
Oh, speaking of Star Trek, do you know what this weekend's lower deck game is?
No.
The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, but it is perfect to put Boimler
Mm-hmm.
into the Wrath of Khan. Like, this.
Right, because Mariner's still going to save him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Mariner would be Khan.
Well, that's why Boimler's making, so far, I've only gotten a little bit in the game. Boimler is making Mariner stay on running the bridge while he goes over to, what is it called? The Genesis Project?
Yeah. I mean, that's a wise decision. I would not trust
Mariner.
Yeah.
I mean, Tendy's already said it's a trap. But he's like, what? It's a drill. We have to do it since, Badgie has trapped them on the holodeck running all these drills. So.
Just the idea of Mariner anywhere near the divine powers that the Genesis Project gives.
Yeah.
It's
She's
terrifying.
like, hey, hook me up. So.
yeah, it is.
Last night, I could not find the almond meal. I found it later. I did not think to look at the cereal for where you put the bag of almond meal, Tom. So I used coconut flour for the basbousa.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because it's just semolina flour. And I use coconut flour. And it's just a tiny bit of sugar, a little bit of oil, and a whole hell of a lot of yogurt. And you bake it.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as it comes out of the oven, all golden and amazing, you then dump in all of this syrup. I couldn't find the orange flower water for the life of me, so I used orange extract and vanilla. It's tasty good. I also used a little bit of orange juice.
Do I need to bring out the orange water for you?
Still waiting for you to crush your pistachios, team. Anyway. And it smells and looks fantastic. I will report back, Brian. I think you might like it.
Oh.
So, Gloria, I must say thank you. You have encouraged me to lose yet another subscriber over on the YouTubes.
I'm so happy.
So far, I have not had the rage fest that I thought I would do. That I would get. The video is at exactly 50-50 like to dislike.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It is exactly 50% to 50%. And that makes me feel like I accomplished something because I expected that like to dislike ratio to be much worse. Like, considering how glowing everyone's review of this was and how negative my take is. I really expected that number to be lower, but
one of my shorts that I put up, I think last time I checked, I had a 90% like rate. And I'm like, who doesn't like stickers?
Oh, honey. So the short we have, that is the Chihuahua yipping at Tom. That only has an 88% like rate. That's right. 12% of people have clicked down on that dog. And it's not
with cute dogs.
He's not even being that annoying, honestly. Like he is not even being full rage on Chihuahua. He's just like, hey, I don't know you. Oh, okay, hi. Hello, man.
Fran's about to get eaten by a werewolf.
Ooh, I just walked up and stabbed him in his crotch.
I switched over to you at just the right time.
I was like, this Finver didn't see me coming. Look, shit.
So anyway, after I made the recipe, I Googled
That's how you kill a werewolf.
And found out all the other recipes online use coconut instead of almond milk.
I was like, how did he not hear me? Here, woofy, woofy, woofies. Come attack me. I'm looking for a 2-star.
Are you, though?
I am.
Feels so like looking for a 2-star at the end of the night at the bar.
Oh, no.
It's closing time.
Let's go to Waffle House.
Last call for alcohol.
Let's go to Waffle House and watch the silent disco.
There's some walls.
Waffle House terrifies me.
No star.
Of course, if we leave the bar early, we can go get a good seat at IHOP and then watch, what's his name, fight all the drunks and then lock the doors.
I mean, it's now under new ownership, remember?
What a bummer.
Yeah, he finally found retirement.
Timing
No wonder the food.
There we go. Takes longer to kill him if you don't stab him in the junk by surprise.
You know that Boomer's Huddle House is now Laurel?
I didn't know they even still had one.
Yeah.
Versus, does Laurel still have a Shoney's?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Since we don't.
Oh, Shoney's and your fake
haven't had
eggs.
in a while.
I mean,
and Laurel still had a Shoney's. Remember, that was why we went there at 6 a.m. for the breakfast buffet before the pandemic.
Well, they were in denial for a while about the Shoney's here. Like, no, we'll reopen. No, you're not.
So I don't know how and why people are doing this anonymously, but our sub, we somehow picked up another secret sub.
Cool. Nice.
We have one more sub on this channel than we did last week, but it has given me no notifications as to who did it. So, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, thank you for the monies. I can't thank you personally because it doesn't tell me who you are.
They're just messing with you.
Look, if somebody wants to take some kind of perverse pleasure in causing me to freak out because I don't know who's giving me money by giving me money, I encourage this. I mean, no, don't. That would be horrible. It would be so upsetting, and I would not like
And
What's
that.
don't
it
also
called?
do it to
Financial
Charlie's.
domination?
Yeah, financial
And don't
dominance.
also do it to Charlie's friends.
I would be so freaked
Yeah,
out if
nobody
I
wants to
was and
try
I found out that Glory and everyone else were getting secret subs that they did not know where they were coming from and were like, "What? Money? What? No!" It would be
Yeah.
terrible.
I'm not aware of any secret subs.
Secret
I've only had
subs.
comps.
Secret
It only
I
subs.
can't remember the last time I streamed on Twitch, so
it only shows me two people that are sub, but we have 4 subs.
Woo.
So I don't know who the other two are.
Thank you for your subs.
Here's the classic question: is it safer to follow Brian from a distance or close up?
Good
Is
question.
it ever safe to follow Brian?
This is an excellent
All right, I'm
question.
gonna go bandage up my finger.
Okay.
Ah, look at that. The blood sacrifice has been made. The refrigerator will work for a little while longer.
By the way, it's 10 minutes.
I'm watching. But thank you.
10 minutes.
Whose corpse is that?
That's mine. Remember, that's the 2-star wolf that killed me.
Like, that's mine,
way,
baby.
way back. Way back. I'm not going to open it because I don't want it to fall
Come
apart.
claim my flesh.
Yeah. That was the first 2-star wolf that killed me.
That just sounds like a Wednesday Addams pickup line.
Come claim it. It does actually. Wow.
Or Morticia. I can see Morticia saying that. Oh,
Come
Gomez.
claim my flesh.
Yeah. But then again, I feel like anything that you say in the person of Morticia Addams suddenly becomes really dirty.
I thought it was anything Gomez said became dirty.
Well, that's because Gomez only says dirty things.
Hmm.
There's just this like subtle sexuality in every one of Morticia's lines from even the TV show. Though I have been kind of talked into a compromise. I think it was Paget who talked me into a compromise that maybe that Wednesday on the Netflix show isn't Ace Arrow, but it's definitely Demi. And I can accept this. I just don't want to devolve into one of those teen supernatural shows that's all about who's going to hook up with who. Just don't want that. We have enough of that. Though I am really curious who's going to be the new principal.
Trunchbull.
Did you see the signs, Tom?
Yep.
I thought that would help with some of the navigating up in Portal House, especially since we're going to get these other portals moved up here soon. I'm kind of, I say soon, but I'm actually kind of doing it as part of this.
I mean, I know the stream's not over, and I'm definitely not complimenting you because I would never do that because I'm a monster. But is there any of that shawarma left?
No, unfortunately, we ate it all. It was so good.
Are the real monster.
I am the real monster. Oh, here's something absolutely fabulously delicious.
That was so good. So I'm really curious if the people around here will buy it if it's called shawarma.
I got a feeling you're right. I'm gonna have to call it Brian's chicken skewer or something stupid like that.
No one would eat the bulgogi until you called it Brian's steak tips.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
See, that's the next thing I want Brian to learn how to make. I want a doner kebab. It has been so long since I've had a doner kebab. I want a doner kebab. Can we have doner kebab? Please?
And I died.
Oh no.
And wrap.
But Bryant's back at the house. Did he set a trap for you?
No, I went down south.
Oh,
And apparently they're right beside where it comes out, and the one house over is was a little spawning site for Draugr.
You know,
whoops.
we have not found any Draugr villages on the server.
Do we have? We found
Really?
one. Tom and I were playing in it.
I don't
Yeah, that
remember
was the one I just died in.
That's the one he just died in. That's what you're talking about. It's like down south or Southgate or something.
Yeah, it's just south.
Something south. I can't remember exactly what I named it. It's something south.
Well, because the other server, they were
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
I did a ton of them on the other server. Because I thought it was kind of cool, and I found it, and I was like, "Oh look, we got one." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a village. Here, you have to be really careful, or death will happen." And
This is in a server.
I kind of got obsessed for a while with reclaiming Draugr villages. Yeah, because I had to do classes on Thursdays for a long time, so there was no way for me to donate the server. Well, there is, but it's really obnoxious and has the chance of breaking everything. You have to go in, you have to grab the file folder, and then I'd have to ship the file folder over to his computer and then put it into the right folder in his game directory, and then hope that when it turns on, that the game doesn't go, "Wait, what are you doing here?" and delete it.
yeah.
Because apparently that is a thing that can happen according to some of the things that I read.
Oh man.
Mood.
And so, since I was doing classes on Thursdays, Brian created the server so we would have something to play. But now all of my classes apparently are going to be on Wednesdays, at least for a while.
Boo.
Well, if I can get my energy back up and not have a day like I did today, my plans are to start streaming on Thursdays at the time that Jules normally streams. On Wednesdays and Fridays. On Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays.
Gotcha.
But I thought about doing that today as a pop-up, but I just felt so bad today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was my fault. We had a long conversation last night about, is it safe for me to try to sleep in the bed, or am I going to really hurt myself again? And we were like, nah, it'll be fine. And no,
Not
no,
fine.
it was not.
It was not fine.
It was not fine. It was a bad idea. And it's like the twofold. Like, I really hurt my arm again because I sleep weird. And we have a front move starting to move in today, so all my joints are extra crispy on top of everything. And it's just, I don't want to do nothing. Alrighty, as we are approaching the end of tonight's stream, I want to say thank you for everybody who is here and everybody who will watch this in future over on the YouTube.
The end of the stream, my friend.
It's really kind of cool how many people did watch the streams when I moved them over to YouTube. We had a very big spike in views as people were actually going through, and quite a few people were watching the streams because of agreements that was crazy.
Okay, random background sound.
So, because of an agreement that we have with Twitch, they have an exclusivity on the stream for 48 hours, so the stream will not appear until the weekend. And then it will appear over there.
Ken, it's Thursday. Sorry, I just hit up a little under Kenny humor.
Oh,
Yeah, roll.
oh my. Okay. So, thank you all for being here. Definitely check out my new series, The Shadow Phoenix Saga, which is available over at ProjectShadow.com. It's also
It's
on
really
Audible,
good.
which surprises me that it's actually over there. And thank you for saying that. I hope everybody is really enjoying this.
I'm just waiting for it to get farther along to the part of the story that I haven't read yet because I want to know what happens next.
Shenanigans. All
Yeah,
manner
but what kind of shenanigans? I need to know.
Shenanigans.
Some of my favorite original monsters that I've ever created are in this book.
Nice.
Actually, two of my favorite monsters that I created are in this book. I like making monsters. It is fun. And I hope people like how it ends. Because that... Let's just say bittersweet is the name of the game for everything that I am doing lately. Alrighty. Also, check out the podcast. I am podcasting regularly, which you can find at both projectshadow.com, and everything is, of course, over on the YouTube channel. Check out all these wonderful people. They have stuff over on the Substack. You can find links to all of their channels at projectshadow.com. And Tom writes for From the Desk of Glory Fink, if I'm remembering the name of it correctly. And yeah, did I forget anything? I don't think I forgot it.
No, I think you covered everything.
Alrighty, until next time. I've been watching a lot of Khadija Bow, and I just feel like I don't know if it's even worth the watering the plants, but do change your minds because so many people need to. But anywho, have the fun, y'all. Bye.